or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. We'd like to welcome all of you watching on Facebook Live. I do appreciate it. I hope you do enjoy the presentation. Before I read this article and review both articles I'm going to have, I would like to let you know as a disclaimer that this is for review, informational, and educational purposes. It is not to take the credit for the intellectual property of the article. The full credit to the intellectual property of the article goes to the publisher, which in this case is Tom's Hardware, and the story by Anton Shilov. The headline reads, Micron unveils DDR5-9200 memory. I believe that's year, 1 year process technology with EUV. Microsoft introduces 16 gigabyte DDR5 devices made on its new 1Y, which is 1 gamma fabrication process that uses EUV lithography, first for Micron. Today on March 25, although today's not the 25th, but on the 25th is what they're saying. The new IC not only delivers higher performance than its predecessor, but also consumes less power and is poised to be cheaper to make. The company also said its 1Y manufacturing technology of the 6th generation 10 nanometer class node will eventually be adopted to other DRAM products. So just in case you're not familiar with what they're referring to, they're talking about computer memory, not the hard drive for the per minute storage, but memory is what they call volatile storage, which means the information gets deleted once the computer loses power, such as you turn off the computer. DDR5 at 9200 MT per second. Microsoft's lead 1Y product at the company's 16 gigabyte bit, because lowercase b, that's actually bit, uppercase b is byte, and 2 gigabyte DDR5 IC is rated for 9200 MT per second, is data transfer rate at an industry standard voltage at 1.1 volts, which is capital V, compared to its predecessor, which is a 16 gigabit DDR5 IC, was made on a 1 beta, I believe that's a beta, Greek character for beta, 1 beta fabrication process. The new device consumes 20% less power than its features, a 30% higher bit density, which may translate into a comparable decrease in production costs once the new chips achieve yields comparable to that of the 1 beta 16 gigabit DRAM devices. Excuse me. What we have here is gen over gen DRAM technology in terms of its leadership. Micron, which is a famous company for making microchips, especially memory, continues to lead the industry, advancing from the 1 alpha, which is that symbol here means alpha, 1 alpha and 1 beta, actually that's what I thought beta was anyway, 1 beta to 1Y, which is 1 gamma technology. So 1 alpha, we see it's up to 6400 MT per second with less than 10%, less than 10% less, which is kind of redundant. Its density is less than 30% more. For the 1 beta, what we have is up to 8000 MT per second, less than 10% less, and it's less than 30% more. And this, of course, is compared to other DDR5 memory modules. On the 1Y, now with EUV, it's up to 9200 MT per second, with less than 20% less, of course, as compared to the DDR5, and less than 30% more compared to the 1 beta DDR5, which is all 1 this is also compared to 1 beta. Now, the image credit goes to Micron, which is our caption. Excuse me. Now, while Micron rates its latest 16 gigabit DDR5 ICs at 9200 MT per second, this speed bin is significantly higher than anything else in the latest edition of the DDR5 specification. The company stresses that the chip can run at JEDEC compliant speed grades just fine in the higher speed bin, will enable some future proofing and compatibility with next generation CPUs. Micron also suggests that the CU DIMMs or CXL based memory modules could leverage higher than JEDEC speeds. DIMMs for enthusiasts will also likely adopt the new DRAMs for the post 10,000 MT per second modules. Micron is currently sampling its 16 gigabit DDR5 ICs made on 1Y technology and products on their base, for example, chips and modules, with laptop and server manufacturers, and expects their qualification to be completed in 1 or 2 quarters. Excuse me. Let me grab a little bit of coffee here. Now that means we should see Microsoft's latest memory devices and retail products starting mid-2025. The company expects all types of memory modules for desktop, laptops, and servers to adopt its new memory chips. Considering the fact that Micron's 1Y-based DRAMs offer a combination of valuable qualities for all market segments, enhanced performance for desktops as well as lower power consumption for notebooks and servers, we indeed expect the firm's latest 16 gigabit DDR5 ICs to become quite popular when they hit the market. Now, ahead of you actually is a memory module. I believe this is for desktops. Let's see if it specifies that. No, it just says image credit goes to Micron. Usually desktops are usually twice the length, and yes, of the actual, almost actually twice the width as well. For desktops as opposed to laptops, they have the memory technology is a little different, and of course the size of this module is different. Over time, Micron will use its 1Y fabrication technology to make other types of memory products, including GDDR7, LPDDR5X at up to 9600 MT per second, and data center grade products that will, so the node will become a workhorse for the company. 1Y manufacturing technology. Micron's 1Y manufacturing process in the company's first technology to adopt extreme ultraviolet lithography, which is EUV. So you have extreme ultraviolet lithography, something that other leading memory makers adopted years ago. It's been a while in coming and looks to offer significant benefits relative to the existing product lines. Excuse me. Ahead of you is a picture of this, which is 1Y 1 gamma delivers greater bit density, performance, and power efficiency. So what you have as an anatomy is the first top is the reticle, then we have the lens, and then the wafer itself, and then on top of the wafer is the component. So that's the previous process node, as you can see here. For the 1Y 1 gamma process node, we have a mirror that mirrors to the reticle, and then the reticle is on top of the wafer, and then on the wafer is a component. So the wafer would be all this circular part. On that wafer, you have the component itself on top of there. Micron, sorry. Yeah, I meant Micron. Micron did not disclose how many EUV layers the new production node uses, but we can speculate that the company uses EUV for critical layers that would otherwise require the usage of multi-patterning, which lengthens production cycles and also affects yields. Micron does not say it uses 1Y, uses EUV in conjunction with multi-patterning DUV techniques. Micron's 1Y DRAM process technology adopts next-generation high-K metal gate technology and all new back-end of line, or BEOL circuitry. The author likes to end the article with a couple points, which is some quotes, one quote and a point at the end, which is, quote, in addition to EUV adoption in 1Y, we have introduced our next generation high-K metal gate CMOS, which is, if you're not familiar with the acronym, CMOS stands for complementary metal oxide semiconductor, and advanced back of the end line process, which together enable the 9200 MT per second that is in terms of the data transfer rate, a 15% performance improvement over the 1 beta DRAM, while reducing power about 20% over the 1 beta, says Shigeru Shirotake is a senior vice president of DRAM technology development at Micron. For now, Micron produces its 1Y DRAMs at its fabs in Japan, where the company's first EUV tool was installed in 2024. As the company ramps up production of 1Y memory, it will add some more EUV systems to its fabs in Japan and Taiwan. So that will do it for our first article. Let me grab some water so I can clear my throat a little bit. There we go. Now let's talk about the second article here. And as usual, I would like to let you know that this is for review, informational and educational purposes. It is not to take the credit for the intellectual property of the article. The full credit to the intellectual property of the article goes to the publisher, which in this case is phys.org, and the story by ScienceX staff. The headline reads, a completely new type of microscopy based on quantum sensors. And you have a picture of a couple of the scientists with their equipment here. And that's first author Carl D. Bregel, Professor Dominic B. Butcher. Credit goes to Christoph Holman /MCQST. Let me get another drink of water here too. All right, that should help a little bit. Researchers at the Technical University of Munich, or TUM, have invented an entirely new field of microscopy called nuclear spin microscopy. The team can visualize magnetic signals of nuclear magnetic resonance with a microscope. Quantum sensors convert signals to light, enabling extreme high-resolution optical imaging. And ahead of you, in A, you have the NMR signal, which is on the y-axis going up, and then you have time, which is on the x-axis. You notice that as a signal, as time goes on, the signal actually degrades. For B, we have an optical readout of NV layer of 10 micrometers compared to displayed over time in H2O, which is water, and 10 micrometers. Then we go to the optical readout, which is multi-layered. It looks like there's 5 layers here. And so we have C and A, and you can see between each layer what's happening. And then for the next one, we have something called frequency, which is, again, we have two things. We have A and B, how it's intertwined. And then we also have the Y and the X axis, where over time with Y, which is going up, and that's A and B, which is the quantity divided by, A and B's quantity compared to the frequency. So frequency over time, it peaks in the middle of it with A, and then later on with B, it flattens out. And the caption reads, Basic Principle of Optical Wide Field Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Microscopy. Credit goes to Nature Communications 2025 DOI 10.103/S41467-024-55003-5. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI scanners, are known for their ability to look deep into the human body and create images of organs and tissues. Now, the new method published in the journal Nature Communications extends this technique to the realm of microscopic detail. Quote, the quantum sensors used to make it possible to convert magnetic resonance signals into optical signals. These signals are captured by a camera and displayed as images, unquote, explains Dominic Butcher, the professor of quantum sensing and researcher at the Cluster of Excellence Munich Center for Quantum Science and Technology, that is MCQST. Diamond acts as a quantum sensor. The resolution of the new MRI microscope reaches 10 millionths of a meter. That is so fine that even structures of individual cells can be made visible in the future. At the heart of the new microscope is a teeny diamond chip. This diamond, specifically prepared at the atomic level, serves as a highly sensitive quantum sensor for MRI magnetic fields. While irradiated with laser light, it generates a fluorescent signal containing the MRI signal's information. This signal is recorded with a high-speed camera and enables images with significantly higher resolution down to the microscopic level. A wide range of practical applications are possible. The potential applications of magnetic resonance microscopy are up and coming. In cancer research, individual cells could be examined in detail to gain new insights into tumor growth and spread. In pharmaceutical research, the technology could be used to efficiently test and optimize active ingredients at a molecular level. It also offers excellent potential in materials science, such as analyzing the chemical composition of film materials or catalysts. Now, in related video, which I'll pause here, the world's smallest scanning electron microscope as per strange parts. This guy, if you haven't seen him before, he does a lot of technology, and he's sort of famous on the internet. I will let you know that this video will be available upon the publishing of this review, but only on Rumble, as YouTube does not allow links to the articles, even though in this case, ironically, it's embedded into YouTube. So you would think YouTube would allow links that point to embedded links, such as a link to the article, which has an embedded link that goes to their video, but in this case, they don't allow that for some reason. Because actually, I've done that in the past. Say, okay, here's a link on YouTube, but they don't allow that. So I don't know what to tell you besides what you'll need to do is go to my Rumble channel. So in the description below, I'll have actually my Rumble channel name and the link to my channel itself. So what you'll do is you go to my channel. My newest video will be front loaded at the top of the list of my videos. Take a look at when you go to open up the video, take a look at the description, right? And then you'll be able to go directly to this article what we're looking at right now, and you can actually play this video, which I will watch after I do this review. So anyway, let's continue on. Oh, sorry, this is right at the end of it. Nice, okay. The team has applied for a patent for its development and already planning to develop the technology further to make it even faster and more precise. In the long term, it could become a standard tool in medical diagnostics and research. Quote, the fusion of quantum physics and imaging opens up a completely new possibilities for understanding the world at the molecular level, unquote, says the first author, Carl D. Bruegel. For more information, Carl D. Bruegel et al. Optical Wide Field Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Microscopy, Nature Communications 2025, DOI 10.1038/S41 467-024-55003-5, provided by the Technical University Munich. The author would like to point out that this story was originally published on phys.org. Subscribe to their newsletter for the latest sci-tech news updates. I put there because it's not our, I'm just speaking from like a third person point of view because I'm just reviewing this article. Now, with that said, I'd like to ask your opinion about these two articles that I just read and reviewed. The first one being Micron unveils DDR5-9200 memory, 1Y process technology with EUV. And the second one being a completely new type of microscopy based on quantum sensors. What did you think of those two articles? Were they interesting? Were they relevant to your life? And did they provide enough information to get a basic understanding of the topic that was discussed? You're welcome to give your opinion in the comments below, but I do ask you keep it relevant and civil as we're only trying to contribute something positive to the experience, okay? With that said, I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I certainly do appreciate it, especially as you could be watching any other articles about science, technology, or current events. So I greatly appreciate it. Now, for all the people who did watch this live on Facebook, what I'd like you to do is please click the thumbs up on the video. That way more people can see that they enjoyed it, and other people will be able to enjoy it too because they saw that other people did enjoy it. For all the people watching this recorded, first of all, on Facebook, I also would like you to click the thumbs up on the video. That way more people can see that you enjoyed it and they'll be able to enjoy it too, just like the people who watched it live on Facebook. For all the people who watch the recorded version on YouTube, Rumble, Daily Motion, and on occasion when I do have it on Vimeo, which I probably will be updating videos from time to time, there is a limit to storage, so it only will be from time to time that I'll have that. In the future, that will be kind of exclusive. I might have some previews to stuff, but I'll have exclusive to courses. Vimeo does charge for storage over a certain amount, and it's pretty limited. So, yes, that's only on occasion. But for the other ones, what I'd like you to do is please click like on the video. That way, I'll be pushing the algorithm, and more people would be able to view it and enjoy it. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. That way, I'll have access to all the content on my channel, as I certainly do have a variety of content on my channel for you to view and enjoy. It ranges from product to gaming review to course review, and later on to AI related topics, whether gaming or whether storytelling or anything related to AI in general. So I'd like to wish you a great day wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll certainly talk to you next time. Bye for now.